Okay, so welcome back, you guys. So today I'm gonna be showing y'all how to fix the controller, right? So let's just jump straight into it. You see these two tools right here next to the controller? That's the two tools you're gonna need, but you can use more if you need to. You see what I'm saying? This is just what I'll be using because I'm used to it. So the R1 and L1, you're gonna use your prying tool to get those off, right? You could use your fingernails. You could use a flathead screwdriver. You could use whatever you got, honestly, but I use a prying tool. I used to use a flathead. So once you take that off, you're gonna use your screwdriver. I'm gonna show y'all real quick because I know it may sound a little complicated. So once you take them off, you're gonna use your screwdriver. It can't be too small, but it could be small, you know what I mean? It can't be too big. If the R1 or L1 go flying, like you just seen, it's okay. So you're gonna screw off the screws that's inside of the L1 or R1. So then once you do that, you're gonna pry off this little bottom piece with the prying tool. I don't think I recorded a video to this, did I? Nah, but this what you should look like once you halfway done. You wanna just pull this off, basically, yeah. Now then, the two screws that you see at the bottom, you wanna unscrew those with the screwdriver, okay? So this what you should look like after that. Yeah, it's not broken, trust me. It's supposed to look like this. It's gonna get tricky at the end, but not really too tricky. Like I'm guiding y'all through it. So this what you should look like. If you're not looking like this, restart the whole process. And do this at your own risk, by the way. So you're gonna take the battery out first. After you take the battery out, you're gonna take the battery holder out first. Secondly. So just screw that out. It's super easy. But the battery, hold on. As I was saying, I gotta talk a little fast. So the battery, you're gonna take it out gently, you know what I mean? Because that's super important. That little piece right there, I already took it out before I started recording my accident. And yeah, you want to take that out because that's in, the battery holder, and that's gonna keep the battery holder there. So then once you take out the battery holder, remove all of the wires, you know what I mean? So once you done removed all of the wires out of the circuit board, you're gonna push the circuit board up through the controller with the analog sticks, and that's what you should look like. So once you done did that, you flip the circuit board over gently, where you're gonna dislocate your wires. You're gonna pull off the analog stick with one hand, use your other hand to hold the circuit board down. Don't do this too sternly, but you could do it firmly first time. So you see them little green holders right there? You wanna basically open them. I use my hand. You see I ain't really got no nails though. So you can use a flathead, you can use a prying tool, but probably not a prying tool, just a flathead, or it's a piece that's meant for that too. But you see, I use my nail because I'm used to it though. Do this at your own risk, once again. So you see this little metal spear right here? You want to basically undo the other one. You see the other one on the bottom, and you want to switch those out. Now, once you place these, it has to be placed with the 3 dots going upwards. The 2 dots on the bottom. If you place the 2 dots upwards, your controller, nigga, you ain't gonna be able to move. You see what I'm saying? But once you switch them, put the one that you found on the side at the bottom, and then the one that you found at the bottom on the side, with the 3 dots going upwards, you good. Trust. Part 2, man. I wasn't even gonna record this, but then I realized y'all may be confused, hella confused. Nigga, you just gonna leave us like this? You know what I mean? So this is me putting it back together, basically. So the little analog stick, you're gonna gently put it back on. Again, do not dislocate your wires. You do that, these ain't even regular wires. These are the cables. You disconnect them cables, cooked. So you want to replace all your wires, you know what I mean? Put them back in, put all your wires back in, and you cool it. So you want to put your battery holder back in, just place it in the slots very carefully first time about. Then after you do that, you want to screw that in, and you cool it with your little screwdriver, of course. One of the people in the Discord had told me to drop this video. He was gonna dislike all my videos, and I took that very seriously. So then you want to put your battery holder back in, put your battery back in. Most important, you put that in very gently and patiently, thoughtfully. You feel me? Because you got to do that carefully, or the wires that's connected to the battery can get messed up. This wire, I don't know if I just broke this. I ain't breaking, I'm just playing. But you want to put that back in very carefully and very patiently. Of course, y'all, you see, I did it. You want to put the little black piece in first, and then you want to connect the cable, or you could do it the other way around. Honestly, it's whatever way you want to do. That would work for me. So If you disconnect one of your wires and like split them in half by accident, you can of course buy another one for probably like $3, but you don't want to do that. You know what I mean? You want to save your $3. Also, that back piece, like when you see me split the controller open, you literally just want to split it open. After you disconnect all the screws and stuff, just pull it apart. I forgot to mention that. I'm sorry. So then you want to just put it back on. You want to put the top part on first. Look, it's supposed to look like this once you put the top part on before you clamp it together. So before you clamp it together, it should look like this. Yeah, something like that. So once you clamped it on, you haven't put none of the screws in, it should look something like this. Now, this is once you put the screws in, you know what I mean? Common sense, but you know, I'm still gonna show y'all just in case. So if your controller is not a custom controller like mine, your PlayStation button shouldn't fall out, but just in case it does, like just in case, you just want to put the PlayStation button in first, and then you want to put the cover on. Because I know one of my customers that I sold the controller to, he didn't know how to put the cover back on. So you just want to put the top parts in first. The pointy parts, you want to push those in first. Then you want to push the bottoms down. After you push the bottoms down, you can push the center down. You may have to push the center down like 2 times. You should hear clamps when doing all of this. At least the bottoms and the center, maybe not the tops. So then you want to put your R1 and L1 in, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. It's like little spots you're supposed to push them in. And let me know if y'all want a video on how to build this type of controller, because this isn't like a controller that anyone else has. Like no one else has this build, no one. But yeah, that's how you fix stick drift. Let me know if y'all enjoyed.